Hey guys, Dan here with Sterling Self-Defense, Badger, and Chicken. All right, yeah, I had a video last night. I went over detents a little bit, but not a lot. So I want to go over that a little more. Now, the older metal detents, by far the best detents are metal detents. For solid rounds and the rounds that we use. So, used to be the problem with the metal detents. They're expensive and they break. They used to break super easy. So when they weren't catching your rounds anymore, you couldn't bend them back to get the peak out a little more. Now they're making them out of a little softer stainless steel. So now if they get weak, you can bend them out and make them super strong or even stronger than they originally are. Now, let's see, trying to look in here. Let's see if I can get a light. We're gonna have a million flashlights laying around. 1 second. We got a flashlight. Excuse me, Chicken. Yes, as usual, I'm not prepared, but here we go. Is that way too bright? Oh, sorry, Badger. Stepping on your tail. Now, see the points inside there? See them sticking out? That's the way you want them to be. Those are good detents. But sometimes they get bent in a little bit. So here's your detent just like that. So they go on the barrel just like this, and the little point faces inside. Now sometimes after a lot of rounds they get bent in a little bit. So what you gotta do is take this, just like this, bend it a little bit, just like that. So you get more a pronounced little, arrowhead on there. So that's it. That's all you gotta do with the detents now. So if you notice your ball starting to go by, you should probably shot a lot of rounds and your detent got bent in a little bit, or you got a jam or something like that, which will push it in. Now you just take them out, bend them out, they won't break, you're good to go. All right, that being said, might as well test. I just threw a new V-cast together, have not shot it yet. I did all the internals on it, so let's head over to the shop range and see what kind of numbers we get. Lazy Chicken sleeping. Not your home chicken. And that's Panther over there. Say hi, Panther. Does not look happy. Alright, let me fix this. All right, and that's not even at all. Hold on. That's a little better. Okay, I'm getting a lot of emails too, guys asking questions, stuff like that. So I want to start doing a new kind of tech talk. So if you guys got questions specific, new guys, questions about the guns, anything like that, leave them in the comments of any of my videos. And I'm going to start a new tech talk thing where I answer your guys' questions. This way, everybody, a lot of people have questions. This way, everyone gets the benefit of those answers. All right. Oh, one thing I never asked is I went through my analytics, and it turns out only 40% of the people that watch my videos are actually subscribed. So, guys, I've never asked before, subscribe. It helps the channel, gets it out there. This way, you guys get, the truth about stuff. All right, so subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Helps the channel out. All right. Here's a new VKS. I got a light on the back of me. Hold on, let me turn that out. A little bit bright. Just moving stuff around in the shop. I just moved the parts washer, so now I can actually walk through here and not have to go all the way around. But here we go. Nice little VKS setup. Just a 10-inch barrel, not too long, with a mock suppressor on it with the quick connect. UTG handguard, M-lock, UTG foregrip, 10-round mag, UTG red dot with reticle, 15 CI carbon fiber tank, and Cedar coated, I think it's cobalt black. All right, and I got the full internals done. Don't need to get into that too much. Let's drop it down. All right. Let's see what I got in here. I think I'm using joules. Yeah, 8 gram joules, Grandberg joules. Now, I do sometimes use HPs. HPs are pretty good in the VCAS. Don't really have many problems with them. I just don't use them in the FSCs because, as we know, FSC mags hate shaped rounds. So, but all around joules, they work in everything. So that's my go-to. You get a little higher numbers in the VKS with HB 68s. You get like 2 to 4 FPS higher. Not a lot, so I just go with the joules. It's easier in testing. So everything's the same. All right, air her up. Hit the on. Air it up. Let me grab my other glasses. These ones are way too dirty to use. Clean these off a little bit. All right, much better. All right. Air it up. Here we go. 522, 10-inch barrel. 574. 524. Look at the ball. It's stuck onto the Kevlar. Again, I switched around the ballistic nylon, put on the inside because I was getting too many strings. So now the balls are hitting so hard they just stick right to the Kevlar. I can't win. 564. Most powerful VKS in the world by far. 568. 520. 526. 564. 514. 520. Ah! You guys didn't count. Woohoo! 10-inch barrel. Crazy power. More than anybody else in the world. Well, all mine are pretty much more than anyone else in the world. Basically, just competing against myself. But those guys put out a challenge. I'm still waiting on that DK guy. I put out a challenge like 2 months ago. And put up a gun with a 7-inch barrel. Shooting 100 plus joules. Now here's a 10-inch barrel. Shooting crazy high numbers. I got to do the math. I don't know, 124 joules around there. Well, there you go. See what you guys got. You call yourself the king or whatever. All I see is paint. So I don't know, guys. Here, what a monster, though, right? And she's a beautiful gun. Real nice. Got another one I'm working on over there. Just started it. Just the beginning. And another one beginning on there. See what route we're going to go. That's the fun part, building them. You notice I don't build the same ones all the time. It gets a little boring. A lot of guys like a lot of my builds, and they're like, oh, what about this one? What about blah, 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 blah? That's the reason I don't have them on the website. I don't like building the same guns over and over again. Yeah, sure there's good money in it and blah, 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 but not a factory. It gets boring as shit. I like building different shit, so that's a new one. That's a new one there. So I never kind of do the same ones, but I can still build any of the ones I built before. I just like building something different each time. Like I said, I do this for more a hobby, the fun of it, because I enjoy it. It's not about making money or anything like that. That's why I always tell you guys, build your own. You need help, I'll always help you out, and there's plenty of other good guys that'll help you out too if you're running no problem. But with these, you know, especially the FSC and the VKS, there's not that many problems to run into. And you do the right things in the beginning, there's really no problems, zero problems. Look at that power. You know, I did my firing pin mod on that. I can fire this all day long, crazy high joules, and no problem. You know, you got to see, I see videos where I got, you know, the big drum mag in it, 42 rounds, bang, bang, one after another outside, right through plywood, no problems whatsoever. You know, the other guys saying, oh, high joules, you're bad, but it's going to break you. No. As long as you do them right, that's it. The only thing you got to worry about is your firing pin, and only because those were built for not this kind of power. And basically all you got to do is take out your firing pin and do that mod where you got a solid screw all the way through the firing pin into the bolt. There's no weak points. And you Loctite them in there, it ain't going to come out. But you got to wait 24 hours, let it dry. And I heard the other idiot saying, oh, Sterling, we're saying you got to put your cap on your Loctite or it'll dry up. That's a lie. It's not true. That guy's out of his fucking mind. Anyone that's ever left their cap off of their Loctite knows it seals up. You know, otherwise it would come fucking solid. But anyway, retards. But I always put your cap back on. It's not worse when you go to Loctite and it's a solid end because it dried up. But anytime you do Loctite though, wait the full 24 hours. A couple times I skimped and I'm like, 12 hours, I'll be fine. I shot and there was red Loctite blowing out of my barrel. You know, it really needs time to harden. Even after 24 hours, inside the middle of those threads, it'll still be a little wet. So the longer time goes by, the more it dries. Especially if you're in a humid environment, it's going to take a little longer. But anyway, that's it for me. I don't know, that VCast, that was my first time shooting it, so woohoo! I'm impressed with that numbers. Figured I'd test it while I had it on video, so what a monster. There she is. But yeah, guys, questions from now on. Put your questions in the comments. I won't answer them in the comments. What I'll do is I'll collect them all up and I'll do a Tech Talk video and I'll go through them. And this way everybody kind of gets the benefit of that. Because new guys never read the comments. They don't know where the questions are anyway. So might as well do like a Tech Talk video. That's why it helps a lot of other guys too, especially new guys. I'm talking to a lot of new guys lately, you know. And I forget, when I started out, I didn't know shit. Even though, you know, I knew a lot about guns and paintball guns from years of playing paintball. This is a whole different animal, and you know, at the beginning you got a lot of dumb questions, and you know, they may be dumb to us now, but back then, no. Hey, how do you know until you know? But still, the best way to know is to start working on your own guns, especially air guns, because at some point you're gonna have to change a fucking O-ring anyway. They got O-rings in there. O-rings do not last forever. They're gonna go at some point. So, at some point you got to change them. So it's good to take your guns apart. And don't get scared thinking you're not going to be able to put it back together. If you take it apart, you forget, I got a million videos. I got one video goes through the beginning of the FSC from every mod you can possibly do to it till the end, putting it back together, whatever. And, you know, it's not as hard as you think it is. They're real simple. There's not a lot to them. And once you start messing with them, you realize, especially when you have dumb problems. I get one all the time. Guys, when you take your regs off, number one thing you got to remember is push your bolt forward. I forget a lot too. If you don't push your bolt forward, your bolt's not going to seat in the sear, and you're just going to have a limp trigger. And you're going to be like, oh, what's going on? I get the message all the time. Hey, my gun was fine, took it apart, lubed it up, or changed an O-ring. I went to shoot it, and the trigger's not doing anything. I don't know what's going on. That's it. You forgot to put the bolt forward, so the bolt is not set on the sear. So that's it. Real stupid, easy thing. I forget all the time. Put a gun together. I'm like, oh, I got to take it all apart, push the bolt forward, and do it again. It happens. Everybody does it. So just try and remember, reg off, bolt forward every time. Before you put that back on, bolt forward. All right, guys. That's it for me. I will see you on the next one.